introduce yourselves. Yeah, it's hard.
My name's Jordan, and I'm with Set Your Goals. I'm one of the co-vocalists.
Dan, I play guitar.
Fine. Okay, Dan and Jordan. What is your favorite part of being on Warped Tour? Like, is it the touring, the jamming together, the crowds?
The crowds definitely are part of it. There's always good crowds. I don't think there's been one like bad crowd at all.
Yeah.
And then just hanging out with friends and people, meeting new people. It's altogether a great experience.
I definitely would also say the crowd in that order. Crowd and friends.
Crowd and friends. What's your favorite part of being a band together? Like being on the road, screwing around,
we get
jamming,
crazy,
writing music. Yeah.
Kind of music's hard to work out on the road, so we usually resort to just like super fun activities.
Like what?
Outside the show.
We have a day off. If we have a day off, we'll try to go to like a fun center and play some mini golf and do some golf or some go-karts.
Really?
Video games. There's plenty of stuff we'd like to do on days off that just kind of make the time a little bit better, a little bit more fun, and kind of break up the routine that kind of happens when you're on the road as much as we are. I don't know. For me though, I think I get the biggest rush from just performing every day.
Yeah, you guys seem like it.
Yeah, that's the big part of it for me.
Yeah.
Being on stage and playing for people and have them go nuts and then I go nuts.
Do you prefer a tour like Warped Tour or your own headlining tour?
I enjoy both.
Yeah,
personally.
definitely both.
Yeah,
they're very different from each other. I mean, this is like a very structured environment where very fast paced. You gotta be everywhere at a certain time, and you kind of have your whole routine. But then playing on our own headlining tour, usually we'll take out like just a van as opposed to a bus, and then that means we get to go do different things, maybe stay at friends' houses, and go eat where we want to. So there's definitely different aspects to both that are a lot of fun.
I think the cool thing about headlining too is that we get to pick the bands that go out. So you become really attached to it, and it's just fun. Like you can have fun every day.
Yeah.
So like this last tour we did with Comeback Kid from Winnipeg. We got to go out with them. We really wanted to.
How do you pick them? Like, do you guys just know them or meet
either
online?
People we know that we want to tour with, or just bands that we like that we want to tour with, and we just get in touch with them. So
usually it's both. Usually we're friends with them and we're fans of them.
Well, that works. What record label are you guys on?
We're on Epitaph.
Epitaph Worldwide.
How long has it been for you guys? Like, what's the road been like leading up to that?
Leading up to Epitaph was a good 4 or 5 year experience. Just labels that didn't work out, and then just learning like how to tour and to adapt to it. It was really cool, like that whole period. And it's interesting too because like I don't know, like we've gone through so much as a band, and like you get to like where you are now and you're like, all that had to happen like that, like even things that shouldn't have had, you wish wouldn't have happened, it's good that they did. So that was leading up to Epitaph. And then once we signed a deal with the label last year, it was awesome. It's been awesome.
We're still learning though. Still learning and adapting.
Where do you think you guys are gonna go? Like in 2 years, do you think you'll still be touring on the road, recording at home with family?
Probably still on the road.
Still on the road? You guys are okay with that? I was talking to some bands and they're just like, we want to go home a week from now.
I mean, home is important. It would be great to get to a point where maybe we didn't have to tour quite as much, but I mean, this is what we have to do. We have to just keep on doing it. So for now, it's a great time.
Yeah. Well, as long as you guys are enjoying it, right?
Yeah, definitely. We definitely
as long as you're not bitter. Like you guys seem like you're really enjoying it. Like you seem happy about the touring, but.
And then touring worldwide too. You get to.
So like, what kind of countries? Like, where do you guys head off to?
I mean, the last 2 years we've been able to do Australia and Japan in a row, which is
cool.
That was really fun. And
who were you on tour with for that?
The first tour we ever did in Australia was us and Silverstein, and we also played with D's Nuts. Was another band on it. They're pretty cool. And then the next year we went back. We toured with All Time Low. And then we got to do the Soundwave as well this last year, and that was really neat. Tons of bands.
That's cool. Japan and Australia, and kind of lower sections there.
Hopefully we'll get to Europe again.
Yeah.
we do fairly well in England.
Do you guys notice a difference in the crowds between like United States, Europe, Japan? Or is it all just rock fans? Japan seems like it would be kind of different.
They're very polite. They don't
really.
In between songs, they don't make any noise or anything. They just sort of stand there. They don't clap or anything. So we like to kind of motivate them to sort of, you know, puck it up a little bit and get more energized. Other than that, though, I mean, it's not a huge difference.
Really?
There's maybe small little things here and there, but.
Well, that's good then. Kind of got a steady fan base.
Yeah.
Good. Well, thank you guys. My hand is gonna fall off.